Sixth grade, this is 5.3 classwork page. I'm going to do examples 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now remember, when you multiply decimals, you first ignore the decimal and multiply as normal. And then number 2, you place your decimal in your answer. So number 7, you have 43.8 times 0.56. I'm going to ignore the decimals and multiply as normal. 6 times 8, that's 48. 6 times 3 is 18. 18 plus 4 is 22. And 6 times 4 is 24, plus 2 is 26. Okay, so my first row is 2628. I've already used this digit. I'm going to cross it out, that way I don't get it confused. I'm also going to cross out the 2 and the 4 that I carried because I'm done using those. Now on my second row, I'm going to add a placeholder 0 and continue multiplying as normal. 5 times 8, that's 40. 5 times 3, that's 15, plus 4 is 19. 5 times 4 is 20, plus 1, that's 21. Okay, so I have 21900 in my second row. I'm going to cross out that 5. I've already used that digit. I'm going to cross out these numbers that I carried. That way I don't confuse them. Okay, now in my third row, I'm going to add 2 placeholder zeros and multiply as normal. I'm multiplying by 0 now. 0 times 8, that's 0. 0 times 3, that's 0. 0 times 4, that's 0. Add my numbers up now. You must be very careful here. You got to line up all your digits. See how all my digits are lined up? They're stacked on top of one another. You must be very careful here and make sure your numbers are stacked up. That way you add them correctly. This row is going to be 8. This row is 2. This row is 15, so I carry the 1. That row would be 4, and that row would be 2. So my digits in the answer are 2, 4, 5, 2, 8. Now I must place my decimal. To place your decimal, you have to look at how many digits do you have after the decimal points in the numbers that you started with. Okay, so in the first number, I have 1 digit after the decimal. That is the number 8, or the digit 8. In my second number, 0.56, I had 2 digits after the decimal point, 5 and 6. So in total, I have 3 digits after the decimal points. So in my answer, there should be 3 digits after the decimal point. And so to get 3 digits after the decimal point, I start on the far right and go 3 places left. 1, 2, 3. So my decimal point would be between the 4 and the 5. So my final answer would be 24, decimal point, 528. 528. 24 and 528 thousandths. That's my answer for number 7. Okay, we'll go on to number 8. Number 8, you have, let me write it a little bit lower here, 5.09, 5 and 9 hundredths times 57 hundredths. Okay, I'm going to ignore the decimals, multiply as normal. 7 times 9, that's 63. 7 times 0 is 0, plus 6, that's 6. And 7 times 5 is 35. So my first row, I get 3563. I've already used that 7. I've already used that 6. Add a 0 on the second row. Go on to your next digit. 5 times 9, that's 45. 45. 5 times 0 is 0. Plus 4 is 4. 5 times 5, that's 25. So my second row of digits, 2, 5, 4, 5, 0. I've already used that 5. I've already used that 4. Now I could, like I did in the previous number, I could add a third row here, but I really don't need to because this 0 times anything is 0. And so in this third row, if I were to have a third row of digits, they would all be 0. So it's really not needed. So I can stop here and add. That's 3. 6 plus 5 is 11, so I carry the 1. 1 plus 5 is 6, plus 4 is 10, so I carry the 1 again. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 5 is 9. And 0 plus 2 is 2. So my digits in my answer are 29013, but where does my decimal go? Let's place the decimal. How many digits are after decimal points in your original numbers? Well, you have 2 digits there, and you have 2 digits there. So in total, you have 4 digits after the decimal point. And so in your answer, you should also have 4 digits after the decimal point. So start on the far right, and you're going to go 4 places to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Your decimal is between the 2 and the 9. So your final answer would be 2.9013. That's your answer for number 8. Okay, on to the next one. Go to number 9. Number 9, you have 7.28 times 0.002. Okay? Now remember, when multiplying decimals, it's not important that you line up the decimals. It doesn't matter because you're going to place your decimal at the end. So here, I multiply as normal. 2 times 8, that's 16. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5, and 2 times 7 is 14. Okay, so I've used that digit, I've used that digit. Now on my second row, I can add zeros, but really, do you see how every digit that I have left is a 0? So really everything's going to be a 0. So I don't need really to continue multiplying. You can if you want to, but these are going to be the digits in your answer. Okay, now let's place our decimal. In this number, I have 2 digits after the decimal point, and in my second number I have 1, 2, 3 digits after the decimal point. Okay, so in my answer I should have 2 plus 3, that's 5. I should have 5 digits after the decimal in my answer. So let's start on the far right and go 5 places to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, I got to go one more, 5. There's my decimal. Now you may be saying, what digit is right there? I don't see a digit. What digit is there right there? Well, I can add a placeholder 0. I can add a placeholder 0 right there. Okay? I can add a placeholder 0 there and before the decimal. Right? There's also a placeholder 0 there. So my answer would be 0.01456. 0.01456. And last one, number 10. Number 10, we have 70.15 times 0.0029. Okay, so first, ignore the decimals and multiply as normal. 9 times 5, that's 45. 9 times 1 is 9, plus 4 is 13. 9 times 0 is 0, plus 1 is 1. And 9 times 7 is 63. So my first row of digits are 63135. I've already used that 9. I've already used those numbers that I carried. So I'm going to cross them out so that I don't confuse them. Okay, now add a 0 in your second row. Continue multiplying. 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1, that's 3. 2 times 0 is 0, and 2 times 7 is 14. So my digits in my second row are 1, 4, 0, 3, 0, 0. Cross that 2 out, I've already used it. Cross that 1 out, I've already used it. Again, all I have left are zeros, so I really don't need to continue adding rows and multiplying because everything else is going to be just 0. So let's add. That's 5, 3, 4, 3. That's 10, so I got to carry the 1, and 1 plus 1 is 2. So in my answer, these are my digits. 2, 0, 3, 4, 3, 5. My final step is to place the decimal. So let's look at my first number in my original problem. It was 70.15, so I had 2 digits after the decimal. And my second number, I had 1, 2, 3, 4 digits after the decimal. So in total, I had 6 digits after the decimal point. So in my answer, I should also have 6 digits after the decimal point. So start on the far right, and let's go 6 digits left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's my decimal. So my answer, of course, I can add a placeholder 0 right there. My answer would be 0.203, 435. That would be my final answer.